probably been sitting out there for 8 years, but looked like that. But on the inside, not too shabby. Just using the iPhone right now because I don't have any of the other cameras out. We just got here, and per the video last week, if you saw when we put in the 500-gallon tank, we are pumping. This time I modified the pump, so it's on this board. You can hear how quiet it is now. Like, it's stupid quiet. Fixed the leak, mounted on the board. Still running it off of the power pack back here. But I did build an adapter, this adapter here, which actually pulls power from the trailer brake plug on the back of the bumper. So I did not use it because to use that you have to have the truck running, so I figured it's a good thing in case we don't have a battery or the battery's dead. Anyways, we're going to pump this 100 gallons out, and then tomorrow start on the project that this video will hopefully be about, which is building the first bathhouse. Got the truck all hitched up, the utility trailer ready to go. Tomorrow we will head down to the hardware store, get the lumber we need, and pick up the shed we're going to use, and then we will build it right over here where that rigid box is. Till tomorrow. See you then. This is going to be a temporary solution. We're using, we're going to build a 7x10 deck, and then we're going to install one of these big 7x7 Rubbermaid sheds on there. Seal it up on the inside and make it a little fancy maybe, and then put water into it, put the toilet in there. For now we'll use a portable toilet that we've been using here in a little tent, which is really obnoxious. And then we have a parts next time to put the shower in there, so we'll have water, running hot water, and all of that stuff. So for now we got to build the decking frame and then assemble that shed, so this will be exciting. This is awesome. Went to plug in the Milwaukee skill saw and oh look, nice, huh? Guess I'll be fixing that before I use that tool. At least I have a chop saw. We'll try that. Got it all started. We're gonna square it up, cut the center boards, put some blocking in, and then it'll be ready to set on the concrete stones, and then we'll deck it. Hopefully it's that easy. I'm gonna go get some coffee. I'll be back. Alright, getting ready to build the shed part now, the Rubbermaid 7x7 tough shed. So we're going to build that on top of the decking we just did, and then we still have to run to the hardware store and get another board. I think we're going to cut a big old log slice to make a step, so that should be fun. So, onward with the building. Screen. So silicone just smashes through the screen, hopefully seals off any holes. Assume if we get some bugs, we'll find the hole and seal it. Yeah, we'll see how that works. Go clean my fingers now. Pure America Tree Strap. Can't go wrong. No, they don't sponsor us. I think we're going to cut a big old log slice to make a step, so that should be fun.
So excited.
Well, we cut out like and move it all now. We finished up the first part of this build. This is the bathhouse we're building. Kind of started to be a temporary thing, but man, it's pretty well built and pretty solid, more than we thought it would be. So it might be here a long time. So I'm gonna give you a little tour of what we did, since you probably just watched the video of us building the whole thing. We'll walk through it a little bit, show you some of the stuff that's coming in probably hopefully the next video. We get up here next time, we'll continue with this project. So let's walk through. This is the main structure. We chose to use a 7x7 Rubbermaid shed. Michelle saw somebody online had done something with one, and we thought, well, maybe we should give that a try, because they're only around $700 and they seem to be pretty solidly built. So we decided we'd give that a try and see what happens. You can see this is the main structure here, and then we put some exterior solar powered motion lights on the outside. We do plan on putting solar in this whole building, probably just a 100-watt kit, for a couple of reasons. One, to power some interior lights and plugs if we need it, and then mostly when we go to an incinerator toilet, it will need 100 watts or so. This is our sink. We'll have an outdoor sink here. The sink is going to be plumbed next in the next project. We will have a water coming from our 500-gallon tank system, which you can see us install in a previous video. That'll get run down here and hooked up to the sink. This is our water barrel. We do water catchment here, and kind of the general rule is if you're off-grid, you catch all the water you can, no matter where it is. So this building will produce very little water because the roof isn't that big. The water in this barrel probably won't be used for this building. We'll probably end up just using it for watering gardens and stuff. I don't expect this barrel to fill very fast. Plus, it kind of gives a cool aesthetic look to the whole thing, because it's a bathhouse, so it's collecting its own water in theory. Inside, we got really good space here. It's probably doesn't do justice on camera, but it's 7x7, plenty of room. Right now, we have the porta potty in here, which we were using in a little tent. I'll show you a previous image of that, because that's yeah, that was small and crazy in the wind. But now it's in here, so you get a little more privacy. It's a solid building. Over here, we'll be putting a shower in. We'll be putting in probably a hot water tank. I'm not sure which brand yet. We're looking at a couple. Hot water tank to feed the sink and the shower. We'll put in a vanity. There's skylight window and everything. One thing we did do that I would recommend anybody who buys one of these sheds, we sealed the vents up with silicone. So we just cut a piece of screening out, normal window screening, sealed it with silicone, just to keep bees from coming in and nesting, and bugs and whatever else wants to crawl through that. One of the things we will do on the inside is we do plan on sealing up a lot of the seams. So when you're in here in the dark, you do see a little daylight in spots. Everybody online has said this shed is 100% waterproof, which looking at it, I believe, but we want to keep little critters out. So we will start doing some probably spray foam type sealing or silicone sealing in the next project, next time we come up and do stuff. What's really left is plumbing. We got to hook the shower up, put the drain pan in, hook the sink up, so we'll have water in. We will drain out. It's gray water, so we will end up draining the gray water out down the hill probably for now. The final piece that we need to order still is the Tiny John from Eco John. They do not sponsor us, but they make an awesome incinerator toilet. So that's what the goal for this place is to put the incinerator toilet in here. As you can see, we had to build a deck. We actually built an 8x10 because why waste the lumber? Give us this awesome deck on the front, a little bit of a lip around the edges. And last but not least, this cool step, which we cut out of a log with a chainsaw. I'm definitely not an expert at doing that, but I think I'll have to practice more. We're talking about making a staircase that way to get up the hill to the water tank. So that will be a fun project one of these days. One last thing is, if you need outside storage, these rigid boxes are awesome. We've been storing stuff out here for months and stays dry, clean, no bugs. Definitely worth the money. Especially with the cost of lumber, this building turned out amazing for the price, and it is crazy how strong it is and how well built it is. We have a lot of high winds up here sometimes, so we'll see how it does, and we'll definitely be reporting on that in the future, but I have 100% confidence it's going to be just fine. I did buy some strapping in case I wanted to strap it over the roof if it felt like it was flimsy, but it is really well built, so saved us a fortune in lumber, and we can spend that on the cabin instead.